The Sony LYT-900 is a 50-megapixel sensor with a 1-inch type footprint with a large sensor size by smartphone standards and individual pixel size of about 1.6 m or with effective superpixel/micropixel combinations larger, which allows for significantly improved low-light performance and dynamic range compared to smaller sensors. It's built using a stacked CMOS architecture, which means the photodiode and transistor layers are separately optimized, enabling Sony to pack more functionality, faster readout, and better light capture in a physically larger area. Given that smartphone camera performance heavily depends on sensor size, larger equals more light, better signal-to-noise and optics, the LYT-900 represents a component aimed at photography-focused flagships. In phones that include the LYT-900 as their main camera sensor, manufacturers pair it with high-quality lenses, large aperture, optical image stabilization, often variable aperture, sophisticated image processing, and camera modules that support things like RAW capture, professional video modes, large dynamic range, and even macro capabilities thanks to the larger sensor allowing shallower depth of field or greater detail. For example, one phone noted to use it is the Xiaomi 15 Ultra or earlier the Xiaomi 14 Ultra, where the LYT-900 is used as the main 50MP 1-inch sensor. Specifically, features tied to the LYT-900 and the camera modules built around it include high light gathering ability, better low-light performance, deeper depth of field control for background subject separation relative to typical smartphone sensors, large pixel designs, for example, 3.2 m 4-in-1 superpixel configurations as some manufacturer documentation states when downbinning/4-cell combining for low light. The large sensor also allows improved dynamic range, some reference to 14 electron volts HDR in some device marketing, and more scope for professional video. In terms of optical zoom/telephoto lenses, although the LYT-900 is typically used as the main wide-angle camera, phones incorporating it also feature additional modules for telephoto or periscope zoom, for example 3x, 5x, 6x optical zoom, often using other sensors, Sony IMX890, IMX858, or Samsung HP9, and sometimes using in-sensor zoom, cropping the large sensor or floating lens elements. If the user's original query, Sony LYT-900 telephoto lens camera phone, meant a phone that uses the LYT-900 or has a telephoto lens in that context, then the above outlines how it is used. But strictly speaking, there is no model called Sony LYT-900 phone. The Sony LYT-900 is a high-end 50-megapixel, 1-inch type stacked CMOS image sensor with 1.6 micron pixels and strong low-light capability, designed to elevate mobile photography in flagship smartphones by delivering more light capture, better dynamic range, and richer details. Thanks for watching.